What is going on YouTube? Thank you guys for returning to the channel. We do not have our spring water today, unfortunately. We just have regular tap water. So make sure you guys stay with your spring water. It's super important. I swear by it. I think it'll change your life. But that's not the point of this video. Guys, today's video is gonna be how one single push-up can change your life. And I'm gonna give you a quick backstory on how it changed mine. Before we jump into that, I want to ask you guys if there's anything in your life right now that you are ashamed that you can't do. Most men have one or a couple things they wish they could do, right? Maybe it's you want to learn how to ride a motorcycle or drive stick. Maybe you want to go to the gym, you're too afraid. Maybe you want to learn how to play a sport or an instrument, right? Everybody has at least one or two things that they really want to do. So if you're a guy, let me know what that is below. But a quick little backstory today, guys, because one push-up or going for that one thing you know you need to do can absolutely change your life. And I'm gonna let you guys know how it changed mine. So guys, when I was about 15 years old, I couldn't do a single push-up. It drove me nuts, right? I was frustrated. Now, the reason I was frustrated was because it was around this time, right? I was about a year or two into high school at this point, and I just had my first, what I would consider my first real girlfriend at the time, right? Again, it's high school, so it's about as girlfriend as they can be. But I remember that she broke up with me and I was devastated and I didn't know what to do with my life. I was just so upset. And it was funny because at that point in my life, obviously I was about 15, I didn't have a whole lot going for me. And I remember thinking to myself, what am I gonna do with myself? What can I do, right? Like, what can I do right now? It was like a flip, like a switch that just flipped in my head. And I was like, I've gotta do something, right? Like at this point in my life, I was like a lot of you guys watching this video, maybe, you know, kind of just lay around, watch YouTube, scroll your phone, listen to music, you know, typical stuff, right? You know, if you're in high school, maybe even your 20s, this isn't super atypical, right? So I figured, okay, well, maybe I can do a push-up. Because the funny thing is, I remember when I was younger, I had to learn how to do pull-ups because I couldn't do the rock wall. There was like this rock climbing wall at one of our church camps, and I was frustrated. So I taught myself how to do pull-ups. So I could do pull-ups, but I remember I went to do a push-up and I couldn't do it. I legitimately could not do a single push-up. And to this day, I've never been super strong when it comes to like my chest and pushing muscles. My back has always been stronger, but it bothered me. Like I remember trying and failing. I could do a kneeling push-up, but I couldn't do an actual push-up. And this was foreign to me, right? I wasn't super overweight. I was what I would consider skinny fat, but I didn't really have athletic drive up until that point. I never really wanted to work out, never really had a desire to stay consistent. And something changed, guys. Something in that moment changed in my life. And maybe it's happened to you guys. Maybe this video is going to help you guys to realize what that thing is. But it changed something. It made me realize how low at that point I was. Like I couldn't do a push-up. Here I am, this like 6-foot dude. You know, I'm not in terrible shape and I couldn't do a push-up, and it did something, right? It's like when you guys can't figure out something and you really want to figure out how to do it. And from that point on, guys, everything changed. I remember I went online, I became obsessed. I'm pretty sure I have undiagnosed ADD. Like I'm almost 99% sure. And it's kind of a superpower. I'll make a video on that at a later time, but I just became obsessed. I wanted to learn how to do a push-up. I wanted to learn how I could change something, how I could figure something out. And I remember I went online, I bought this book. It was called Convict Conditioning. And it was this book on how to do calisthenics, right? Like you started out with these like easy variations and then you worked yourself up to really hard variations. And I remember for a good year or two, I mainly did calisthenics, and to this day I still do a lot of calisthenics. I think it's super important. It builds a lot of like what I consider like true functional strength. And I remember it took me a couple months, but I was able to finally do a push-up, and then it became addicting. Then I was able to do diamond push-ups, and I was able to do one-arm push-ups, and it was fun. And I was doing other things like pull-ups, right? Doing harder variations of pull-ups, and my confidence went through the roof. And what you guys don't understand is, as a man, this is why I push this so hard, because guys, we are entering an era where it is not going to pay to not be a man. Like, you are gonna have to be a man. You're gonna have to man up or get left behind. Your legacy counts on you. If you're watching this video, this counts on you. You're watching this for a reason. I'm speaking this for a reason. Hopefully God is speaking through me when I speak in these videos, because there's a shift going on, guys. And I'm telling you, you're gonna have to work to get ahead. And really, it's not even that hard. There's so many people out there, right? Social media wants to make it look like you don't have a way out, but truthfully, guys, the super majority of people are not doing anything right now except the bare minimum, and constantly living in the negative, constantly, blowing their money, getting drunk, getting high, doing things that are not making them or anybody else around them better, not furthering themselves at all. Everybody's living like there's literally no tomorrow, and it's all about today. It's all about tonight. It's all about the party. It's all about the next thing. Figure out what it is you need to do and start doing it, guys. This can apply to everything in life. The reason I told you that story was because of that, I ended up being able to do a lot of things and then increase my confidence tenfold. And to this day, if I become complacent working out, mentally it does something. And that's why I really push working out 5 or 6 days a week, maybe even 7, right? But push yourself, right? I believe that 30 minutes of cardio every single day of some sort is super beneficial for you. I used to be really into lifting weights, but mentally and just overall, 30 minutes of cardio every day. Do 30 to 45 minutes, maybe an hour of weights, right? And then do like 30 minutes of cardio. You can switch it around. Sometimes you can do 45 minutes or an hour of cardio, but make sure you hit at least 30 minutes of cardio and 30 minutes of weightlifting every day, guys, because I'm telling you, it does something to you. Once you see the results of your strength, your muscle, your confidence go up, it just compounds. And the truth is, you have to be consistent. And you can apply this to anything in life. You can apply this to finances. If you don't know anything about finances, I didn't know anything about finances about 2 years ago. About 2 or 3 years ago is when I was really just stuck. I didn't understand how finances worked. I just kept finding myself spending more money than I made and making stupid financial choices. And I never understood like what to do about it. And then slowly over time, like one day I just decided I'm not gonna let these finances get the better of me. And I started to look at podcasts, I started to watch videos, I started to read books. And a lot of us think because we live in this instant gratification world, things are gonna happen like this. But guys, nothing is better than when you put in consistent effort and you persevere for, it doesn't even have to be forever, guys. It can just be a few weeks, a few months. You can look back and go, whoa, look at how much I've learned, look at how much I've accomplished and done. And then that just keeps propelling you forward. I don't know how else to really tell you guys this, because you have to really try it for yourself. And that's why I believe if you're watching this video, it's not a coincidence. You have a fire within you. There's a fire within me. There's a fire within every single man to do something. And you know what that something is. So if it's a push-up, if it's learning how to do an instrument, if it's learning how to drive a car, ride a bicycle, swim, whatever it is, guys, whatever it is, go out and figure out what you can do and start doing it. Start working towards it today, because yes, it does feel sort of anxious. Like you feel anxious, you feel sort of like, I don't know, but at least try it, guys. It's way better to try and fail than it is to never try at all. So sometimes, guys, life just smacks you in the face and you go, what do I do now? What can I do now? And it's as simple as doing one push-up. It's as simple as doing that one thing you know you need to do. So do it today, guys. I know you can. And I know you guys know what that thing is. So let me know in the comments below. If you guys have any questions, if you want to share any experiences, and Lord willing, I will see y'all in the next one.